G'day guys, Morgan Jones here from Business Insurance Group, and today I wanted to share with you guys some information, or rather some information that you can go and get for yourself, which will show you that if you're not using an insurance broker for your general insurance, or more specifically for your small business insurance, then you're massively selling yourself short. So I'm not going to sit here and say how great we are as brokers and all the rest of it, but rather I'm going to give you the tools so you can go and figure this out for yourself. So a good indicator, jump on Google and go to the Financial Ombudsman Service, right? Type in Financial Ombudsman Service and go to their website. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Financial Ombudsman Service is the authority that everybody goes to if you're having a dispute about general insurance, or more specifically business insurance. So these guys register all the different complaints, where they're coming from. Are they between an insurer and their customer? Are they between an insurer and a broker? Did the person buy through a broker, and all the rest of it? So if we want to determine where people are getting the best experience and where they're most likely to get a claim paid or to be happy with the result, then this is a really good indicator. So what you want to do is go to the publications page and look at their annual review. Now, I should also note as an aside that Financial Ombudsman Service is now called the AFCA, right? But if we're looking at the past disputes that have happened up until now, then we want to look at FOS, because they're the ones who have been registering those until recently. So the most recent review is their annual review 2017-2018, so we'll click on that. Now, this is a pretty lengthy document. You can go through all of it if you'd like, and there's plenty of really good information and stats in there. But in terms of deciding whether you want to go through a general insurer directly or through a broker, here's two key ones that I'd really be looking at. Now, the first of those you really want to look at page 67, right? So on page 67, this just gives a summary of all the different disputes that they received. Now, you'll see here that between a general insurer and the customer, there was 7,552 disputes. Now, between a broker and a customer, only 181. So there's a massive, massive difference there, right? I know which side of the fence I'd rather be sitting on. But then if we look at small business insurance more specifically, and just the channel that those people happen to buy their insurance through. So did they buy through a general insurer directly, or did they buy through a broker? Here on page 80, we can see that 77% of people that had a dispute with their insurer, they bought directly through that insurer. Only 11% actually went through a broker. So once again, if you're deciding which side of that fence you want to sit on, I would say fairly certainly that you want to be sitting on the general insurance broker side. Now, you know, obviously in having insurance, that the sole intention or the main intention is to be able to get a claim paid. So really, this is where you should be looking at the outset. I'd encourage you to go through this in a bit more detail, look at some other sources, but this should be a really key factor that you look at in deciding how you want to purchase your insurance, and a really hot tip for you guys to have as business owners. Cheers.